Hello, this is the Blimey Cow YouTuber, and welcome back to another video. And today we'll be watching Messy Mondays, laughing at a hilarious joke. I'll be watching it, then commentating on it, and finally going down and looking at some of the comments underneath. So without any further ado, let's just get right into this.
Oh, hey, sorry, I was just trying to come up with the most obvious and redundant way that I could start this video. So now I'm gonna say some sarcastic stuff and probably talk about how everyone knows what it is I'm saying. And this will illustrate how absurd whatever I'm saying actually is. Heck, we might even get Big Head Kid involved. I am so stupid. We'll tell some jokes, talk.
Okay. What was that? So, a good way to start a video is hello. That's generally how I start my videos, and no, I am not saying that that's why it's a good way to start it. I think it's reasonable. You can't even say it's cliche though, because it's like a cliche is something that's overdone, but you can't overdo something if it's the way you're basically supposed to do it. You can't say breathing is cliche because everybody breathes all the time. What are we going on about?
Talk about grilled cheese and acidity's burn, learn a few lessons along the way, and I'll probably overgeneralize a serious topic or two. And the camera will cut every few words because I struggle with long lines. Then, at the end, I'll look straight into the camera, get really serious, and say, "You're doing it wrong!" Alright, that I did not.
Where did Hipster Josh go? Hipster Josh jumps on his back, tackled him, and then disappeared. I mean, obviously, there's probably a cut there. It just looked weird to watch.
Not see coming. Look, I don't mind poking a little fun at myself on my own show. In fact, I think it's kind of fun to joke about the dumb stuff that we do here every week. I mean, seriously, like, look at this. What is this, amateur hour? I wonder how far back this wall goes. Because, see, this show has some haters. I get cyberbullied all the time because of this show. That hurts my feelings. So I guess at some point I just realized that you can't take yourself so seriously that you aren't able to laugh at yourself.
So my alarm clock didn't go off this morning and I was late to class. So I was rushing through campus and I fell in this huge puddle and I was dripping wet. I get into class 10 minutes late, and of course, it's the cute substitute, and he makes a joke, and everybody laughs, and I just don't even want to talk about it. It's been a terrible day.
Oh, that's actually, I'm sorry, that's really funny, though. Did anything good happen today?
So, that's a good point, and that's something that I try to live by. Is be able to laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. I can't remember if it was this video or if it was something in The Office that taught me that, or where I think it started with this video, and then there's the koi pond episode in The Office, I believe, that I guess further cemented or reinforced that idea in my mind, and that I always try to be able to laugh at myself and not take myself too seriously.
Well, my roommate made coffee for me this morning, but it didn't taste very good.
You'll be miserable if you aren't able to laugh at yourself. Plus, you'll end up taking things way too personally.
Wow, you really like As Cities Burn, it sounds like.
Man, they're my favorite band ever. I love them so much.
No, but like, it actually kind of sounds like you're obsessed, like, not in a good way.
When have I ever said anything hurtful like that to you? Now you can go listen to your T.I. and your Nicki Minaj, and you get out of my sight! When seriously, this conversation should have gone a lot more like this.
Like, it actually kind of sounds like you're obsessed with them, and not in a good way.
I mean, I don't know, maybe I am.
Maybe you should just marry them.
Already have. Well, maybe you don't have to take it that far, but you get my point. A lot of times, the best way to get somebody to stop making fun of you is for you to just make fun of yourself. And I'm not saying that you should constantly be putting yourself down or anything. I'm just saying that people are gonna have a lot less incentive to tear you down if they know that you have a good sense of humor about yourself. Because we're all jokes. We're all just crazy humans trying to get through life and figuring it out along the way. So you might as well laugh about it. Don't take yourself or life so seriously.
Hey, let's go find something fun to do.
Oh, please. There is so much suffering going on in the world, and you just want to have fun? Show a little respect. You're acting like nothing matters.
But we weren't okay.
I know people like that. And they're not fun to be around. You know? What else? Oh, yeah, I was gonna say, like, this episode has, like, strong Koi Pond vibes. And I know that the Taylors have said elsewhere that they were inspired by The Office in part to when they started making these. And I can't help but wonder if this episode was partially inspired by that episode as well.
What do you want to do about the suffering?
I want to have this attitude all the time.
The best way to love others is to not spend so much time thinking about yourself. And the best way to do that is to decide that it's okay to laugh at yourself and not worry all day about how other people view you. Trust me, you'll go crazy doing that. So just take a deep breath, and instead of freaking out about all the stuff that people make fun of you for, just laugh about it. You are a hilarious joke, and all of your idiosyncrasies are the punchline. And that's okay. In fact, that's awesome. You are just fine the hilarious way that you were made. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go practice how to say a complete sentence without bouncing my eyebrows halfway to Mars. That was really hard.
That was honestly kind of weird to look at once he mentioned it, because, like, he was keeping his eyebrows pretty straight. And I'm not going to say that I notice those things enough to have noticed it without him mentioning it. Oh, whatever. Nobody cares. Alright, so that's the end of that video. But let's go down and look at some of the comments now. Alright, so I've gone ahead and picked out a few comments. First one, that's from me. I said, I'm the jackdaw, and that's basically a reference to the jackdaw and the magician's nephew. Basically, there's this jackdaw, and he did something silly, or said something silly, and everybody laughed, and he's like, Aslan, did I make the first joke? And Aslan says, no, you are the first joke. And so I said, I'm the jackdaw. But that was the other thing that this episode reminded me of back 5 years ago before I started watching The Office. At the Skittles Girl 6767 says, what I love about your videos is that even though they are mainly just entertaining and funny, there is always a bit of advice to go along with it. I suffer from social anxiety, and I get pretty nervous about what people think of me, and oddly enough, this video really put things into perspective for me. You guys are awesome, and please keep making more videos, not to sound too cheesy. Well, you don't really sound too cheesy, honestly. But yeah, I'm also glad that this could be of tangible use to you. At Teresa Claire says, best part, what do you want to do about the suffering? Just have this attitude about it. So true. Yeah, I mean, people always talk about all the trouble in the world. It's like, all right, what are you doing about it? Like, okay, so there's a certain aspect of where you can bring it up and not really have to do anything about it, as long as your point is to say, hey, like, be glad for what you've got or whatever. But some people, a lot of people, are just bringing it up to make you feel guilty or whatever for no reason. And then lastly, at Kid for Christ 101 says, I don't laugh if I fall in a puddle, but if I do something stupid, which happens a lot, I just act like I meant to do it and laugh along. It makes the embarrassment go away. I have to second that. I don't laugh if I fall in a puddle. Mostly because I don't believe I've ever fallen in a puddle. I'm not entirely sure how that would even work. But yeah, if I do something stupid or say trip or whatever, although I don't remember the last time I tripped either. Yeah, here's me just bragging about my impeccable balance. Anyways, that's not what I'm trying to say. I don't know that acting like you meant to do it is necessarily the best correct option. I mean, it's an option. I'm not gonna say don't act like you meant to do it. But yeah, laugh along, laugh it off. And again, nobody wants to make fun of someone who's making fun of themselves. So you just start laughing at yourself when you make a mistake, and people are gonna be like, no, you're good. Anyways, though, that is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to Blimey Cow. There's a link in the description if for some reason you are watching this video and not already subscribed to Blimey Cow, which, as I have said so many times, I can't imagine why that would be, but if that is the case for you, go ahead and subscribe to them now. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.